I'm here speaking on behalf of Kenneth Hill, who is the founder of Giving in America and the Launchpad. Giving in America is an organization that we are reaching out to communities on how to give. Just selfless, just acts of giving that you can do within your own community, building clubs on how to give. And you'll be surprised when you go out to your communities that people don't understand that giving is not about how big. A lot of times it's how small. The smallest giving acts can go so far. And with working with Kenneth and going out here and I literally walk the streets and I go and I ask people, what have you done within a time, a day, a week? What have you done to give? And they pause. And you'd be surprised. They haven't done anything. And it's like, well, what do you need? The first thing they want to say is money. It's not about money. It's about kind acts. It's about gestures. It's about being in a room and saying, hi, how are you? How's your day? Is there anything that I can do? Share your wisdom. I'm going to just tell you a short story. I hope you can hear me, because this touched me to my heart. That when you give, and sometimes you don't even know that you're giving when you're speaking. And I just want to say, I cannot see her in the room right now, but someone last night just came up to me. She felt compelled to come and talk to me. Okay, I see she's back here, and during the midst of her conversation that I knew nothing about, I don't think she understands what she gave to me by just opening up and sharing something that it served me no purpose other than to listen to her share it. And when I was my kids are grown. I was they're working into their 30s now. But when they were in high school, a girlfriend of mine who I had not seen since we were 11 years old, she came up to me and we hugged and embraced, and she said to me, she says, I prayed that I would run into you again in life. And normally when you don't see people for that, you hug and you embrace and you say hi. But she said she prayed that she would see me again in life. And I asked her, I said, you prayed? And she said, yeah. She says, there's someone I want you to meet. And I said, okay. She left, she came back, and she came up to me. And she had 2 little children, small kids. And she said, April, I want to introduce you to April. And bring the tears to my heart. It was her daughter. And when we were 12 years old, and I don't even recall any of this. I really don't. But she said at school, she said I was the only one that reached out to her to invite her in when everybody pushed her out. And she said at 12 years old, she went home and she told her mother, when I grow up and I have a daughter, I'm going to name her April. And that touched me so that when you don't realize, when you open up your heart, when you open it up just generally, what it can do to other people. And this movement of giving that we are doing is just so important to us. And you can go onto the website and you can click onto the section where you can put on there the ways that you give, creative ideals, and look at the other ideals and the simple acts of giving that other people are doing across the nation here. And I just encourage that all of you, through all of your works and efforts here, okay, and the acts of giving and areas of what you work in, to go on there and put it on there, because people are going to look. And like I said, we are all coming from every walks of life in this room here, okay? And there's so much that people are looking for, and they need it so bad, okay? I'm going to just hop on over to the launch pad because my voice is going on me. The launch pad is another part of this organization. Kenneth, I want to thank Marche here because Marche introduced me to Kenneth Hill. And what he did, the launch pad is a group of 5 of us. He's a real estate investor. I'm the entrepreneur. We have an accountant. We have a wellness coach. And we have a minister. And once again, he went out and he invested in property that has been boarded up for years. And then he got a team and they went in and put the buildings back together, the units together. I came in behind them and I designed all of them, furnished them all. This is not a nonprofit. We did this out of the kindness of our belief in giving. With that, we together and I went out on the streets. I went to the homeless shelters and I interviewed and we picked deserving, which, and I hate to say that because they're all deserving if you do not have a blind eye, and we are all victims of it, okay? And judging people when you see them and you don't know their stories and the stories that hide behind those walls. If that does not humble you, I don't know what will. And to go in there and to just to hear why some of those women and men are in the situations that they are. It has me at a point in time in my life where I've been blessed. And like I said, I live here in California and I stay in Atlanta and I run my business. And in Atlanta, I live in a small, it's nice, but it's small. I can almost arm reach the refrigerator to the bathroom. It's small. I have a beautiful home out here in California. My point is this, when I'm in Atlanta in there, I'm so comfortable. Everything is at arm's reach. It lets me, and it has taught me that I don't need all that other stuff. And it makes me question what you really need in life to make you happy. And 50 plus years that I am, what makes me happy now is to bless those that are so deserving, but do not have the means to get them there. That's where we come into play here. And to take those deserving participants and we interview them. We brought them in and we give them housing for 1 year, rent-free. And we are mentoring and coaching them to be able to sustain the life that we are trying to, not trying, I'm going to take that back, that we are going to give them and show them. And I ask for you and all of you who have the means to go into your own communities. And when you see buildings and things, and the first thing people want to is to tear it down and knock it down. You go and invest in your own communities, okay? And invest into the people that are there. And go out and listen to some of those stories and get out of your own comfort zone, okay? Because it could be you. It could be someone in your family. You never know. And I just ask for everybody just to keep an open heart to what's going on in your environment here. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for this. And thank you.
Thank you. Big extra round of applause. You made it. You made it.